It's a cold and barren land, you can see it. It's not just lost, it's just desperate. Painful and isolated. There's a heaviness here. This is real. This is not a Hollywood set. It's Alaska. The Iditarod sled dog race is the last great race, as Alaskans know it. Alaskans identify with the ruggedness of the Iditarod.
Unlike many who are drawn to the Alaskan wilderness, North American missionary Brenda Crim is here to do much more than battle the elements. Pulling off the 1,000-mile sled dog race requires 5.5 tons of food, extra supplies, snowmobiles, and hundreds of workers. It's dirty work behind the scenes, a perfect opportunity for Brenda and her team of Southern Baptist volunteers.
What happens here in Nome is much like what happens at Mardi Gras. There's a lot of junk that goes on here, and it needs an influence of the Lord. There are 130 villages in line on the same latitude between 5 and 10 degrees that have no church at all of any type. 130 villages, no church whatsoever. It's a long-term, generational spiritual attack. And I think the enemy wants the natives dead or destroyed. There's so much going on within the villages that they think there's no hope.
Even surrounded by overwhelming cultural challenges, Brenda and her team find ways to minister to the hearts of the race spectators and locals.
People don't really want you to lead them, but they will allow you to serve them. So we lead through servanthood. We've gained significant trust by being dependable, showing up on time, sober, and doing things with the spirit of enthusiasm and synergy. Everybody notices we stick out here in a huge way.
Servanthood and enthusiasm are qualities that allow the team to extend its outreach beyond the race trail and into the community. Every skill is useful here. At the Iditarod basketball tournament, Southern Baptist volunteers work concessions, handing out free Bibles with every reindeer dog. Brenda prefers being in the middle of the action and doesn't mind the pressure.
I get the fun part. I get the front line. And I've never liked the bench. I like playing time and I like being the clutch player, and I'm having the time of my life.
The Iditarod outreach team is always looking for creative ways to deliver the gospel to Nome's impoverished neighborhoods. Tactics that soothe both spiritual and physical needs.
I was talking to some of the women. I said, what's some things you need here up here in the Arctic? And they looked around. Well, we need buckets. We gather caribou meat in them. We use them to ice fish. We need it for everything. And I thought later, yeah, we could put a Bible in it and call it Bible in a bucket.
The work is hard and exhausting, but the rewards are there.
We need our lower 48 churches to partner with individual churches in Alaska. They need to just take us on and pray for us. That kind of connection, because, you know, you look out here, we're isolated.
witnessing the desperation firsthand only encourages Brenda to work harder and with greater urgency.
I'm hoping that the Lord keeps me here in Alaska for a long time, and I think we can see some significant turnaround. There's only 500,000 people in this state, and I can shake their hand before I die. It's no easy task. This isn't for wimps. So it's possible to reach this place.
Don't believe that,